Hey guys, hey guys, Ag Nerd here, coming to you on a sad note. We've lost some Christmas trees, and it stinks. Golly, I've seen other farms talk about it, and I've gone to Christmas Tree Association meetings, and they've talked about it, but somehow I always never thought that I would lose trees, and so we're somewhere. Our rows are 40 foot long, and we've lost around 3 to 4 trees per row. So I'm going to say that's 10%. Maybe some rows as much as 15%. And it's just the first part of July. So I may, by end of summer, I may be around 20% mortality rate. But so you try to do some root cause analysis. What caused the loss? Was it something you could have done, something I could have done? In planting, soil prep, prep with the trees, all those different scenarios makes you start thinking. And I absolutely have some ideas of what I want to do next year, how I plant. So anyway, there's just a quick update of our Christmas trees. The state of the Christmas trees, July 4, and that today's July 4th. So I just got through mowing around the trees. Looks pretty. I have some of my trees have got some really good significant growth, and I'm very impressed with those. The Virginia pine may they put good growth in a year, so I may be able to harvest in 4 years, barring I don't lose any more. But that's kind of the deal, is that the ones that haven't died are doing well, got good significant growth, and then the 10+% that I've lost, they just kind of just quit growing, yellowed, then browned, and so when I pulled them up, I tried to look at the roots, see if I could identify. It just didn't seem like there was good root growth, and so I tried this patch here, and I do have to admit, this little meadow here, or plot, has never grown coastal Bermuda well, and so good grass, and so I knew that going in. I did minimum soil amendments here, and so I knew that there could be some mortality rate, just because, like I said, my grass, when I was grazing this for cows, just never really blew up all that well. So so that's in part, I think the way I planted may have had something to do with it, but like I said, I pulled them up, and there just was, the root growth was minimal, and so I think that this is a sandy clay, more of a loam, and so I know it's not well drained soil. The water percolation is not that great. So first of spring we had a lot of rain, and then it shut off, and then the rain came back, and it hammered, and now it shut off again. Hence why you see I've got the sprinkler going, and that's a good thing there. So hope you can make that out. And typically I've been watering that, trying to, once again, make sure I got a good penetration, soil moisture going in several inches. And so I've been running that thing 24 hours a day. When I do run it, I run it 24 hours a day, probably 12 hours in each position, and make sure that I've gotten water is percolated every bit of 6 to 8 inches. So I feel good about my moisture, and so I don't think that's a factor. But and I move it. I started it here. Tomorrow morning, it's about 5, 6 o'clock. So I've got it here. Tomorrow morning I'll move it there. Then I'll move it back over here a little further back, and so on and so forth, all the way down to the other side. So that's kind of what we're doing here. Possum Creek Tree Farm coming at you. Let's see, this will be Christmas 20. So Christmas 24 for sure, we will be open selling our trees. And we may open up and sell some other trees before then, but Christmas 24 will be Possum Creek Tree Farm trees. God bless. I hope everybody's doing well. Happy 4th of July. Happy birthday, America. Bye-bye.